Today we are working Psalm 54. In traditional psalm magic, Psalm 54 is frequently used to get any need met, to overcome negative thought forms, to overcome enemies, and to reverse evil. And today we're going to gear our psalm toward solving a problem, especially a problem that seems unsolvable. The way we work psalm magic is we take our psalm and speak it out loud all the way through once without stopping. Then we go back through the psalm and we consider each verse one at a time. We search for hidden, sometimes called occult meanings that lie within the psalm. We see these as magic seeds, and by searching and digging and then applying what we find to the situation at hand, we are dislodging the magical seeds that are necessary for our spell, and they get planted in the depths of our mind, where they take root, they grow, they blossom forth, and they bear fruit after their kind. And that is what we are going to do together right now with Psalm 54. Save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. Hear my prayer, O God, give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers are risen up against me, and oppressors seek after my soul. They have not set God before them, Selah. Behold, God is mine helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul. He shall reward evil unto mine enemies, cut them off in thy truth. I will freely sacrifice unto thee. I will praise thy name, O Lord, for it is good. For he hath delivered me out of all trouble, and mine eye hath seen his desire upon mine enemies. For the purpose of this particular spell, we are wanting to solve a problem or overcome some sort of trouble. So the problem is what is the enemy spoken of in the psalm. It starts out by saying, Save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. God is Elohim, and Elohim is a symbol for the one power, the one source, the one substance in all the universe. There is but one, and since there is but one, there is nothing that can oppose it. Since nothing can oppose it, when this force is for us, nothing can be against us. And this force is for us, as it is our source. And this is why psalm magic is always so effective, because we always orient to this understanding before we begin our spell. So that's what we mean when we say God. Save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. Saving us is solving this problem, whatever it is. So solve this problem, O infinite intelligence, by thy name. The names of the infinite are the qualities of the infinite, and the qualities of the infinite are manifold. And so the name of God in this sense is whatever is the quality necessary to solve our problem. And we don't need to know specifically what quality is necessary to solve the problem. We just need to know that that quality does exist and that we are calling upon the infinite so that that quality will come forth and solve this problem on our behalf. Save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. So to be judged by the infinite is to understand that the infinite only sees us as we truly are, as we are created. The infinite created us as perfect, and therefore the infinite sees us as perfect. So the infinite already sees us as being free of whatever this problem is, because that is the will of the infinite. And we want that judgment rather than our own judgment. Because right now we're judging our lives as having a problem that doesn't seem solvable. Instead, we want the truth of the infinite to take place of that, because the infinite knows that there is no problem. And it's asking the judgment to be done by the strength of the infinite. Strength in these ancient psalms represents a warrior. And so the infinite is so strong, it can defeat any problem. Hear my prayer, O God, give ear to the words of my mouth. The infinite doesn't need us to remind the infinite to hear us, because we are always being heard. But it's an acknowledgement that we have to take the first step when we're working any kind of magic. And if you don't like the word magic, you can say prayer. No prayer, no magic, no spell can work unless we take the initiative. A lot of people say, well, God will take care of it. Well, God won't do anything unless we set the ball in motion. Just because you have the talent to write a song doesn't mean the song will just happen. You have to pick up your instrument, or you have to take up your pen. You have to do what you have to do in order for that inspiration to flow through you. And even though the infinite may be writing that song through you, you have to take the first move. And the same goes for us here. And that's what we're acknowledging with, "Hear my prayer, O God, give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers are risen up against me, and oppressors seek after my soul. They have not set God before them, Selah." And now we're acknowledging that this problem is as a stranger. It doesn't exist organically within our soul. And so we're understanding that. And we're understanding that any real problem in the world is not of the infinite. And that's what it means when it says, they have not set God before them. Problems don't come from God. It's not God's will that we have problems. And that includes this problem. And when we understand that, then we are putting ourselves in alignment with the solution rather than perpetuating the problem by worrying about it, or by talking about it, or by being engrossed in it in any way. We are taking ourselves out of the problem and understanding that the infinite is the solution, and the solution is at hand. "Behold, God is mine helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul." So the infinite is your helper. You don't have to help yourself in this regard. You don't have to figure it out. It's not up to you to figure out the problem. Just like that songwriter, as long as they get themselves at the ready, they pick up their pen, they pick up their instrument, they say, "I'm about ready to write a song." They don't have to force the inspiration. They just have to be open to it and let the inspiration come through them. And the same is true for the solving of our problem. We are at the ready to allow the infinite to flow through us and solve the problem on our behalf. We don't have to figure it out. We just have to be willing to have that solution come through us. "He shall reward evil unto mine enemies, cut them off in thy truth." And this is simply acknowledging that the infinite is going to solve the problem. And the problem is just going to dry up and float away because it doesn't really exist. If it doesn't exist in the mind of the infinite, then it doesn't exist in reality. It only exists within the realm of the illusion that we live in this world. But the illusion is malleable, and we can allow the illusion to be a reflection of the infinite's will rather than our ego's will. And that's what we're asking for here. And therefore, that's how the infinite's going to, quote, destroy the problem. It destroys it by recognizing that it doesn't exist, and then it disappears. "I will freely sacrifice unto thee. I will praise thy name, O Lord, for it is good." The name of the Lord is good. Your good is the Lord. To praise the Lord doesn't mean to praise some deity. It means to acknowledge enthusiastically that there is good in your life. So if you can focus on the good, the problem will solve itself. It's giving you this idea of sacrifice here. Sacrifice means giving in this regard. So to give praise to the infinite means to enthusiastically acknowledge what is good in your life. What is good in your life? You have all power on your behalf. The infinite loves and adores you, wants you to be happy, wants you to thrive. And the way that you turn the ignition to that engine on in your life is by praising what is good. So ask yourself, what is working? What is working in my life? What wonderful things are happening for me? Is my heart beating? Do I have a roof over my head? Do I have people that I love? Am I inspired by things? Do I have activities that I enjoy? Put your focus on those things, and that is what praising the Lord is. When you do that, you are in alignment with the solution to whatever this problem is, and it will come out of nowhere, like a thief in the night, or as Joseph Murphy used to say, as toast popping up out of a toaster. "For he hath delivered me out of all trouble, and mine eye has seen his desire upon mine enemies." So the problem is already solved, and we're acknowledging it is already solved. We don't have to look for signs of its solution. We don't have to help it in any way. All we have to do is acknowledge that the solution has already occurred in the causative plane. And it's just a matter of a little while for it to show its solution within the realm of the manifest. And so we don't have to worry about it. In fact, if we don't worry about it, if we keep our mind focused on all of the good in our life, as it's been talking about, and have trust that the infinite has already done it, then it's going to actually speed up the manifestation of it because we're not standing in the way of that manifestation. Remember, there is no easy and difficult in the realm of the infinite. We have this belief that this is so challenging, so hard. There's no possible way that this can get solved. We want to stop that, and we want to focus our mind on the infinite and trust that the infinite has already solved this problem and the solution is manifesting even as we speak. Keep coming back to the same psalm every day, once a day is fine, and work it just like that until you get a sense of peace and certainty that the problem has been solved. And once you get that sense of peace and certainty, then you know your spell has been cast. And it doesn't matter if you see signs of it happening in the physical or not. You may, but you may not. If you get a sense of peace and certainty that all is well, it's worked and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And it's best that you just put the whole matter out of mind and move on to something else. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Until next time, blessed be.